What is going on, everybody? Welcome to an episode of the FiveMarks Pro Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, as always, Mr. Martin115, joined by my lovely dance partner.
Hello, everybody. I am Carmo. Welcome back for another week.
And he's back again.
I still don't know who this guy is.
Who are you again?
Me?
Yeah.
Me, what do we say? The face behind the company, the face that runs the company, Will. The editor that does all the videos, gets abuse off Martin, gets walked all over. But Carmo's lovely. He treats me like the way I should be.
He was the first person
The
to say
second half of what you just said is all perfect. The first half,
The fans disagree. Carmo's the face that runs this place, apparently.
I am after the weekend anyway.
Come on, we gotta talk about that, because not only did you have me absolutely dying trying to do the review there, but like it has blown up with you and the fucking chocolate.
Too funny.
I mean, like, Jay Steins was there. He was selling gangline chocolate. One, you never know. With it's gangline, you never know what's going to be in that chocolate. But gangline chocolate all the same. I have to buy it. Support the group, support the boys. So I bought a bit. And before we did that particular, I don't know what you call it, like, I suppose segment, right? It's not really like an interview. After we kind of done all the interviews, I think we might have done one more after that, but I think we'd done all the interviews. I just wanted to enjoy some chocolate. So as I was doing that, I left it down on the table. And we were kind of chatting away. And the next thing I know, I just look over and I spot Richie like rumbling through the chocolate. And I was like, right, hang on here a minute now. Get away from that chocolate. That's my chocolate. I'm going to sit down now in a while and enjoy that chocolate. You hop off. Get away from it. I did apologize to Richie after that, though, in fairness. He didn't deserve it. And I gave him, I think, a square of chocolate. I wasn't going to give him any more, but a square of chocolate.
Just one square. Here, sorry.
One singular square.
I said, like, what more does a man want? Like,
I don't think, like, honest to God, I've watched the clip back so many times. Like, Mercer had opened his fucking story, and every fucking time I just start like fucking tearing laughing, because it's the realization in your eyes. You're there talking, oh yeah, the wrestlers, you can just tell. And Richie, give me that chocolate.
Yeah, it's that kind of double take of like, I spot him, and then I'm like, wait a minute, what? I just spotted this guy take a chocolate.
And every time then I looked over at Richie, I couldn't help but just start laughing. There's so many points you just see, like there's Carmo, Emmett, no me, Will, because I'm fucking down, bent over, laughing my fucking ass off. I just couldn't contain myself.
Yeah, that's funny. It's funny. You can actually hear Richie laughing on one stage during that video, so even he got a bit of a kick out of it, so I don't mind too much.
One thing I want to address as well, because I never actually addressed this on social media, for those asking about the marker, that was Robbie Mack. I walked past, I gave him a middle finger, and he very, very quickly drew on my face, which at the time, I thought he actually did his autograph on my face, and I laughed. No, he just drew a bunch of lines.
Mm-hmm.
Which I was like, I'll do the fucking interviews like this. I don't give a fuck.
Yep. Well, I'll give a story about Rob Mack. It's on in a while, but how much of a prick he is, even though I love him. But like, he was in good form that night. Great form.
I think everybody was like I feel like that was one of our, I don't know, like socially one of our best fucking shows. Not like one of our best shows. Like one of the, like I really enjoyed before this show. I feel like everyone was very kind of talkative and stuff like that. Like I fucking sat down with, well, me and Will fucking sitting down for what, half an hour, 45 minutes with one fucking lad, one wrestler, chatting wrestling, chatting spots, chatting this, that, the other, I think everyone was just in fucking great form that night, and then even afterwards. And I thought you fucking hit it right in the head at the end when you took the microphone off me and were like, look, you like this is Hard Knocks. Afterwards, we're all very relaxed. We know we've just had a good time, good show, and we're all just fucking messing about.
It kind of rolled into the first point that I was kind of talking about when I got totally interrupted by Richie. But like the crowd are on fire, and when a crowd is on fire at a show like that, the wrestlers become on fire and they become unglued and they start to enjoy it a little bit more. When the wrestlers are starting to enjoy it anymore. Even more, the fans are starting to enjoy it anymore, and it just makes for a really good combination of bringing out the best in both fans and wrestlers, which just gives you ultimately the best show possible. Which I think is what we got at Hard Luck, and I said it as well while we were talking about that. Like if you go back to Hard Luck Vol.1, as we'll now call it, it was the same scenario. The crowd were on fire, which meant the wrestlers were on fire, which meant the crowd were even more on fire, which just brought it into an excellent show overall. So it was the same again. But yeah, the crack after the show, like everybody was in good form. I've gone to shows. I'll include Hard Knocks even in it, but I've gone to shows where after the show, like people will just go home, they'll just head away. They're not feeling it. Maybe they were a bit let down by the thoughts on their match. No, they'll watch back a match later, and even fans are the same. They watch back a match later and they're like, actually, that was actually really, really good, but something just didn't click on the night. But after that show, everybody was just in flying form.
Even before, as I said, it was fucking hilarious. I like honestly, like from the before the show, you just knew it was gonna be good vibes, good times, and then holy fuck, from the first match, the crowd was hot. I, honest to God, from the get go, think that was the loudest the crowd has been from the start all the way to the finish. You know, we've had shows where it's hot as you get to the middle, maybe even second match, but right out the fucking gate,
consistent as well.
Going.
Extremely consistent. Like you can tell. We've always said it that like Hard Knocks doesn't really have like a wrestling crowd, which I know it can be kind of hard to believe of why aren't wrestling fans going to a wrestling show, but I don't know, it's just different in Limerick. But I think now people have been following it for so long, or the year and a half or so that we're actually following it, coming up to 2 years, that people are starting to understand it. They're starting to get in tune with who the wrestlers are, try to kind of way the stories that are going on and everyone that's involved. So it's just bringing that little more knowledge, of people are able to get involved a little bit more. And what I found as well at the last show, the show just gone compared to any other show, is other shows gone, you could hear these random kind of chants that like you'd never really hear at a wrestling show, and that weren't necessarily about wrestlers. They were just kind of random little stuff. Whereas I thought this show, people knew who the wrestlers were, even if it was a case of like two friends being there together. One knew who the wrestlers are, one might necessarily have, but they were able to banter between each other and kind of tell who was who and whatever else, and come up with a chant that made sense not only for the wrestler but the match itself.
And just whoever tried to do that, it was like, what's that fucking song called? The one that Pat McAfee used to use, the dun, 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 dun.
Seven Nation Army.
Whoever tried to do the Cian Noonan Seven Nation Army, I was trying to think of a chant for a wrestler that day. Couldn't think of one with that because I was listening to the song. They tried. They very much tried to get it over. No one was taking it. I shout out to you. I appreciate you for trying. I had to throw that in there because I could just hear it. But as they're trying to get it over, I like fucking other chant kicked off of I don't know, was it holy shit or something to that degree on the fucking actual from the rest of the crowd. Will, this was your third show?
My third show now, yeah.
Third show, by the way. This man was one of the cameramen.
Oh, like as the first two shows, my first show, I said I was in the corner at the engine store, being a nervous young lad there, doing that. Second, I was standing beside you, trying to get fans' reactions, and then the third show, we're up top floor. Robbie came up, gave me a big handshake, and I said, "Look, I have a spare camera there if you need it." And he goes, "I think we're grand at the moment, but what I need you to do is run around like a mule with your phone and record everything." I was like, "Oh," my anxiety started kicking in, but I was like, "Nah, I'll get over it." I was literally running around everything, and it was one of the best experiences because not only that I knew what I was doing, because I could have held the camera like that and know where to get my shots, but I also could see it as a fan as well. So I think it was the best experience, not just being a cameraman, but seeing it as a fan up close as well. It's unbelievable.
There were so many times where you were running around with the camera, and then you'd look over like a spot or something, somebody would kick out, and I just see you look over and go, wallow on the camera, like, yeah, Will's getting like up close fucking seat for this, and he's just enjoying himself.
Oh, it was unbelievable. And it's just going back for 2 seconds when we're talking about before the show, when we're sitting down talking to a certain wrestler and all that. One thing I can say about the Hard Knocks boys, there are genuine people there. They just don't say hi to you if they know you. They say hi to the whole people, which is nice. And I'm not going to name them. Just don't want to ruin it. They came up to all yous and said hi, and they're like, "How's it going?" And they know I was with you, so I didn't feel left out. They were like, "Oh, hi, how are you?" Blah blah blah. And it was just nice to feel that it's not just Mark Carmo getting noticed. It's Will is there as well. Oh, hi, Will. So I think it's like a bunch of good lads who are like a family, and they make you feel welcomed.
Well, you're lucky, because I was actually assaulted before the show by Big Chris Conley, so it's that didn't happen to you.
Before, during, after.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, I was assaulted before the show, during the show, and after the show.
I was only during, so it's not too bad.
What the fuck was that swap up like?
I'll let you tell that story, because you know exactly what that swap up was like.
Which one? The before, during, or after?
Well, the reason it happened more so than anything. What was the reason that Chris went off after you instead of me?
So before was whatever it is with Instagram. I'm sure people know when you do the ad for somebody, it normally doesn't go to the person. You got to go in, add mentions, and blah blah blah. For some reason, Conley was always caught with that, and I'd always never noticed it. So he'd fucking message me and be like, I can't share that. You fucking go and fucking tag me properly. Oh shit, sorry. So when I was home before I left for Limerick, I was putting up all the matches and stuff like that. I got to the Rumble and I was like, okay, I gotta make sure this goes to Conley. Make sure this goes to Conley. I not only didn't make sure it went to him, I didn't even fucking tag him in the fucking post. So he comes up to me, hand under the shoulder, just putting pressure. It's like, Martin, what's this? I was like, did I not fucking tag you again? Read. Oh, yeah. Didn't fucking tag me at all, you fucking dope. And just walks away.
Yeah, but it was worse than that. It was worse than that. Well, for Chris's point of view, anyway. Because not only did you not tag Chris, you tagged Robbie Mack twice.
Did I?
Yeah.
Did I actually?
Yeah, you tagged Robbie Mack twice.
I'm going back on this now. I actually didn't fucking cop on and notice that. But yeah, that's the story of the before. But we'll get into the rest of the stories and stuff like that as we go through the card and as we go through the show, because it helps the flow and all that type of shit.
Yeah, we might have a guest at some stage as well during this recording. So if you hear us kind of stumbling our words a little bit, it's because they're probably joining. But if not, we'll just carry on as normal.
I fucking tagged Robbie Mack twice.
See, told you. That's what actually annoyed him more than you actually not tagging him.
What the fuck? I don't know. Do you know what? I'll be nice. I'll be proper here now. Chris, I didn't notice that. I don't know why the fuck I did it twice. I apologize, Chris Conley. That's why I got attacked before, during, and after the show.
And to give a little promo on that, for every FiveMarks t-shirts are actually on sale at the moment. For every FiveMarks t-shirt that is bought, Chris Connolly has said that as an added bonus, he will slap Martin for every t-shirt that was bought. So buy your FiveMarks t-shirts now.
If people do that, I will let him slap me, and we will record every fucking slap. And it's a slap to the face, no fucking chops. Fuck off, Will.
Why?
Slaps are probably easier.
No, slap to the face is easier. Trust me. It's as long as it doesn't break my fucking jaw, he could.
Why can't we get Chris Conley to chop you?
No one's allowed to fucking chop me. Not one fucking person. Unless it's Robbie Mack. I'll allow Robbie Mack because His chops are kind of meh.
Boots Murphy.
Fuck off!
You're getting a message about that anyway.
Or Max's chops are meh. Any last things you want to say before we move on to the matches?
Before we move on, no, I don't think so. I think we're good to go.
Perfect. Well, let's kick things off with the opening contest of the night, which was CJ West versus Big Bad Dirty Nicky. The first golden ticket match. Straight away, what we thought might happen happened. Josh came out with him, which we were like, where's Josh going to be? Straight off the bat, BDE made their entrance. Not to give away too much, you guys can kind of use your imagination on how the match went. I thought CJ put up a hell of a fucking fight. I actually really enjoyed that match, especially with the fucking crowd. I honestly can't wait for that VOD to come out for it. So I want to see, was the crowd as loud as I remember?
Because, I think it was because CJ kind of got him going with the entrance and stuff like that. But then as well as the match, I thought the match itself was quite quick. It felt like it was over fairly quickly, but the pace of the match was rapid. And then with Josh getting involved in bits and pieces like that, I thought it was a really, really good match. Really, really good match.
Go on,
100%. As Cameron said, it felt very quick, but it felt quick with the pace going back and forward. It was a brilliant match, and I reckon if we got another 3 minutes out of it, it would be even though it was a banger, it'd be a banger with an extra 3 minutes. It was just such a good match.
And one of those minutes I want to be CJ dancing in the ring again. Just like, la, 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 la.
I don't know if anybody noticed as well, but CJ, they showed a little promo before the show kicked off. And CJ was talking about his match with Nicky before that, on the very start of that promo package. And I don't know if anybody noticed, but that is one of the first times that we've ever heard CJ West swear in pro wrestling.
Really?
Yes.
What word did he use?
He said fuck, I think.
I can't believe the Peacock said that.
Yeah, not many people took heed to it, but it's a big match for him. Considering the two were tag partners, the two of them got into that match because they were tag partners.
Yeah, one of the main things we're saying, with these golden ticket tournaments, every match had some form of similarity. Like CJ and Nicky got in together, reuniting as the ring technicians to take on the Sem and Bitter Sem Josh. So, without spoiling the result, were you happy with the result?
I would have been happy either way, I think.
That's fair.
I think with the result of going into the next show of either a triple threat or a fatal four-way, we still don't know what Martin Steers is doing with his golden ticket. But I think with the going into the triple threat or fatal four-way, I would have been happy either or. And I'll say that for all the matches as well. I would have been very, very happy with either or.
Will?
Cameron said 50-50 basically. I'm saying. Looking forward to what's going to happen next with the winner. It was my first time seeing. Was it my first time?
Would have been the first time, I think, for you seeing
No,
yeah, seeing CJ, because you weren't at Unmatched, I don't think.
No, I've seen
CJ was at the show that he was at as well, though.
I've seen CJ. It's my first time seeing Nicky.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to think with BDE on that show. I don't think they were.
No, I seen the first time seeing Nicky. Unbelievable. I didn't know what, as I said, I'd seen videos, but I didn't know what I was getting in a live performance, seeing him up close, as I said, seeing the camera work. Fuck me. Unbelievable. That's all I can say. And I want to go to more matches of him. I want to see him in a tag match. Even though, as I said, I've seen him on YouTube and everything. But I'd love to see a live performance in a tag team with BDE. Unbelievable.
I've heard a couple of people say it before that Nicky is like the Shawn Michaels of Irish wrestling, and they're extremely right. It's 100% like.
I do miss a good old sweet and sour, though.
It's
R.I.P.
the same.
It's the same, but like
A little bit edgier, but it's the same. It's like Sean and Diesel versus DX.
yeah.
You know?
Okay. Okay, that's fair. Right. Moving on because I think this match met expectations. In the golden ticket again. Big Boots Murphy and Terry fucking Thatcher. Anyone see Terry's chest afterwards?
Yeah.
Lit up to fuck.
Yeah.
Looked like Rudolph.
I saw it actually. I actually saw it after the show. I think it was a little bit after we did a couple of our interviews, and I know he put up a picture. I think the following day,
Yeah.
but the chest on that night was way worse than even it was the following day. So you can imagine how bad it was.
Terry does show us the redness of the chest on interview coming soon to the FiveMarks YouTube and Instagram. Yeah, Boots fucking like this fucker wants me to take a chop from fucking Boots, and Terry Thatcher's fucking lit up the fuck. Not a chance. Again, as we said, similarities. Two former Hard Knocks champions looking to get back to the top of the crown. Boots hit a fucking beautiful spine buster. I remember turning to fucking Emmett. I can't remember what the setup was. Was it Boots Paul that pulled him in, or it was a jump off the ropes? But just the catch and the quick turn into the spine buster. I returned to Emmett going, "Oh my fucking god!" Jumped out of my seat, off the fucking floor because I was stood up. For that one. Honest to God, as we said before, we didn't care who won this one. Both men absolutely fucking deserve it. I want to see this again, but I want to see this in a title format and see what both guys can do. Carmo?
The match itself, like you can't fault it really at all. Like it's phenomenal from start to finish. Like Terry going for the dive to the outside, getting caught by Boots. Boots throwing him back into the ring, doing the dive again. It's like just end to end stuff. I think what's interesting more so, I can't really give it away though. I
You know
can't
what?
really give it away.
To be fair, people have posted results and stuff like that, and
Yeah,
been told
most people would have seen it.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen the results
Skip
and you
now.
are waiting, skip now at least. I'll give you like a 3, 2, 1. If you're not gone, your own fault. It's interesting to see where Boots goes from here. Because obviously he was chasing back for that title, and I know the golden ticket was more so for a world title than it was an All Ireland title, but he is chasing back to that title that he had for a brief period. So it's interesting to see where he goes from here now, because he's almost back to square one now again.
Yeah.
So that kind of way where he really has to build his way back up. He got that golden ticket. It was decided that he was going defending against Terry Thatcher. It's now gone. Where does he go now? So that kind of way.
Yeah.
We saw a little bit of a hint towards possible heel towards the end of that match, but it didn't seem to go that way. So is that something that could be hinted at for the future? I'm excited to see what comes of that. And Terry again winning the golden ticket. He's gonna try his damnedest, and he said it in that promo that he did as well before the match that like he's gonna try everything. He's willing to put his body and heart, soul, everything on the line to try to get back to that world title picture, and he will do it. We've seen what he's done to be able to keep that title, as he said himself. What's he going to do to get back to
it? Just a quick story before. I always talk about Terry Thatcher, Martin, and I always bring up one version of him, and that's the skinhead Terry Thatcher. And I always love to see him come back. For some reason, I just don't know. I'm watching loads of OPT at the moment. All I seen is skinhead Terry Thatcher, and he's crazy. Seeing this Terry Thatcher hungry and willing to put his body on line to get his title back is an unbelievable Terry Thatcher at the moment. Like, it might be my favorite Terry Thatcher at the moment. Going from there was a spot in the match, and the other cameraman Jay, we were kind of rotating. So if he's on one side, I'll be the other side. And back and forth like that. And the ring post was here. Boots had him, Terry Tarch in the corner, and he just went like that. I felt it up close. So I wonder how Terry felt about it, receiving it. And just unbelievable spot. Oh, like what you said when he got thrown out of the ring, back in the ring, and then done that dive. And it was just, oh, it was just one. Oh my God. I genuinely have lost words for this match. It was just
Poetry.
chef kisses. Chef kisses.
Poetry. Absolute fucking poetry.
Mm-hmm.
I like what you said there, Carmo, about Sam and Terry. You know, they're 1-1. Terry beats Sam on the first show. Sam beats Terry the last show. You know, sorry, not last show, the show before. So that rubber match, it could happen. You know, to find out who is the better of the fucking two. So if Terry goes all the way with whatever's next, whether that be a triple threat, fatal four way, let's stay tuned to find out. It'll be very, very, very interesting. Moving on to the next match, which was for the Hard Knocks Tag Team Championships. Socially defending against Danny Storm and Billy Flynn. Carmel, we'll start with you.
I will say this: I did beat Billy and Danny just before the show. Two absolute gentlemen, like incredibly sound guys and incredible wrestlers as well. Absolutely phenomenal. But the social elite. Like I've heard a couple of people say that they're the best tag team in Ireland today, and like it's hard to deny it. It's really, really hard to deny it. But I thought the two boys had an incredible match together. Absolutely phenomenal. It was nice to see. Excuse me. It was nice to see something different for the social elite as well. Two guys that we haven't seen, and we said this on our preview show as well, that like they're guys that we're not familiar with, so that kind of way. And there were guys that maybe we thought the social elite weren't familiar with. And I think social elite got caught out at the start as well with that power that the two boys had. The bit of speed that the two boys had really caught them off guard. But like social elite, as I said, they're unbelievable, and like you can tell why they're OTT and Hard Knocks tag team champions, and I can't see it finishing anytime soon.
You want to go for Will?
Mm-hmm. As we were saying, I also got to meet Danny and Billy before this show. Unbelievable, genuine people, really nice people, and seeing them. I think it was all of our first time seeing them having a match, which was good for all of us to experience new talent coming to Hard Knocks ring. It was just something different for the social elite. As like Carmo said, it was fresh. It was something different. And if you don't know this, like if you haven't seen what Billy is a big dude. Boy, God, he's light on his feet.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And I don't want to ruin too much. I don't know if you want to do like the whole. We'll give you 3 seconds to skip. But the ending where the social elite were on about going to, I think they mentioned Paddy Power on a bet on a certain boxer.
Yeah.
Brave men. That's all I can say. Brave men for saying that. And it was like from a fan perspective, it was unbelievable to see what happened next. But from a cameraman there, by God, that it looked perfect when I would watch the replay. It was so good.
I was blown away by Billy Flynn and Danny Storm. Honest to God, was blown away. Two guys we knew absolutely zero about. Like just the power of Billy at the beginning to keep Max. I think Max already looked over him, like kind of just I'll take this guy, and was quickly fucking put down. The speed that Danny Storm is absolutely unbelievable. One spot in particular I want to talk about, and mostly with Carmo. When the fuck did Billy Flynn get in front of us there at that dive at the end?
I have no idea. He just suddenly appeared.
Like I'm watching the fucking match. Maxer, like I think they hit their finish. Maxer comes over to obviously stop Billy Flynn, and all we hear is from Maxer's "Move," and I look. I'm like, when the fuck did you? Oh shit! Fucking Maxer comes down before anyone can fucking realize what the fuck he's doing. because nobody, like, he wasn't knocked to our side. I didn't see him crawl over. He was just there.
Yeah. And then Bullet Smith just came flying over, and I was like, oh shit. I mean, they were literally right in front of me. And I was like, right, I can't catch either. I can't catch one. Like, what am I supposed to do here? So I gotta like literally tuck myself into the wall as close as I could, hoping for the best, really.
Unbelievable match, as always. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. 3 seconds to skip. 1, 2, 3. Social Elite on their way to become Hard Knocks Tag Team Champions for one whole calendar year. Social Elite on top. Your inaugural, your longest reigning, your undefeated Hard Knocks Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions. Just can't beat them. However, I would love to see Billy Flynn and Danny Storm back again. I was
100%.
really, really impressed.
I said this a couple of minutes ago that like it's hard to see Social Elite losing those titles to anybody, but like if Danny and Billy come back again with the knowledge that they now have a Social Elite, it could be a different result.
They could be. I will say this: they might be champions right now. I don't remember who it was that did the submission first, and then who did the submission second. Maxer was going to tap. And
No, Bullet was going to tap.
Oh, sorry, I meant to say Matthew, not Maxer. Bullet was going to tap. Maxer stopped him because he was close enough to him to stop him. So, we could have seen new tag team champs, but of course, there's no betting against the Social Elite. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, it was close. It was close.
So, to whoever the power that be in Hard Knocks, I would love to see those two lads back again. Very, very entertaining. I believe next was the Rumble, wasn't it?
Yes.
The Lucky 13 Rumble. Now, I've got to ask this. Did anyone actually write down all the names?
No, I have a good recollection in my head, though.
I have a fair idea.
But
Good recollection in my head. I found out one number before the show, and I was able to kind of work my kind of workings out based on that number.
Let's kick things off. Number 1. Some random dickhead that nobody knows.
Robbie Mac.
Honest to God, the right fucking spot, you know. First place in the wrong end.
A dick as well, by the way.
Why?
Look, I like Robbie Mac. I really do. And, like, the new song, the chant, everything, it's getting over. Delighted for Robbie Mac. But, while he was making his entrance and, you know, cheering on the fans, and the fans were cheering on him, he decided to ball tap me on his entrance.
He did, didn't he?
Which wasn't very appreciated. But,
What a legend.
we got over it fairly quick. But, yeah. What a dick.
Literally. We got to entrance number 2 then. A brand new entrance video hits. I may have seen it beforehand, kind of new. And I was hoping for one man, even though he's a dickhead, in particular, even though he's a dickhead. But big Chris Connolly comes walking out, and the smile on my face knowing that. Here's one thing I will say. I loved the callback to Hard Luck number 1.
Yeah.
Kicking things off, Robbie Mac and Chris Connolly. And this time, Robbie Mac didn't hurt his fucking leg.
Thank God.
It's a
There was that kind of callback though in the first kind of 4 entrances, really. Like, we have seen that kind of all kind of gel before. So to kind of bring that all back now is kind of cool.
As you said there, number 3 then. Music hits again. It's Reardon O'Connor.
The other dickhead.
Carmo actually likes him. Carmo, who was number 4 again? Who?
Oh, everybody's favorite. Everybody's favorite. He just wants to be friends. You know, why can't we be friends? Monty himself.
Obviously coming to help Mr. Robbie Mac, which didn't exactly work in their favor.
Yeah, well, maybe for like a minute or two, and then it didn't. No, But they kind of got the upper hand. They kind of got the upper hand, and Monty wanted to try something apparently with Rob, and that didn't work.
It nearly did. I mean, if one of them just let go.
That was kind of the issue, really.
And then I'll let you say this while I just grab these two certain things behind me of who the next entrant was.
What was number 5? Was it Jay Steins?
Yeah, they did the whole fuck. Or was it the hurling lad?
No, it wasn't the Earl night. He came in later.
No, it wasn't it Jay because the whole
Yeah, the
promo.
whole-
Yeah, I know the
fucking-
4 of them, but I thought there was someone else in between.
Probably the hurling lad.
No, it wasn't the hurling night. I'm nearly certain it wasn't the hurling night.
No, it was the
He was
hurling lad.
later.
Well, it had to be Jay
Who's there?
Steins.
I'm trying to think who else was in this rumble.
I think it was Jay because remember that segment where they all kind of like four
Yeah,
lads.
they all kind of ganged up against him.
Ganged
Yeah,
up, yeah.
probably was Jay Steins. Probably was Jay Steins making his Hard Knocks debut. Yeah, Gangland was in Limerick.
And Gangland was kind of, teamed up on. Obviously
Quickly, too.
very greatly. Not obviously
Even the-
not liked in Limerick or fucking Cork.
Even the fans
well, I
were
tell you-
ganging up on him.
Yeah.
Say that again, Will.
Even the fans were ganging up on him.
That's what I was just going to say. Gangland kind of, he like never seen before in Limerick. Tried to bring in that Gangland style, and the Limerick crowd were having none of it.
Nope.
Absolutely none of it. He might have said one or two things about Limerick on his entrance, but we'll gloss over that because I don't want to get involved in that sort of stuff.
No.
We move on. We have a few more entrances and stuff like that. I'm sorry, I'm calling you the hurling lad. I don't actually remember the name. He was in and out so fast.
One second.
It's like Captain something or Coach something.
Will have first.
Big
entry.
lad. Big lad.
Big lad. Out
Yeah.
very quickly though.
He was in fairness, but he got a good reaction from the crowd.
If you come out with a Limerick fucking jersey and
Yeah,
I think pretty sure it
Yeah.
was a Sunday game fucking theme as his theme song.
it was as well. Yeah.
You're gonna get over no fucking problem. Obviously, made a few more entrances. The likes of Con Kelly, Luke Verhel, as we've mentioned before. Who else? Was in it? Cormac, who Monty made a friend.
Monty met a friend.
I it doesn't matter who went on to win this Rumble. Honest to God, the winner at the end of the night was Monty.
Not only did Monty make a friend, Monty eliminated himself from the Rumble so that he could secure that friend.
Yeah. Sacrificed himself for him.
You know?
That's true friendship right there. Carmo would
Exactly.
never
Well-
do that for me.
Well, it is on Monty's side. We'll find out if it's on Cormac's side in the interview after the show, but definitely is on Monty's side.
God, who else entered in that Rumble?
We had that kind of Viking guy whose name I can't remember for the life of me.
He went by I think he went by Sean Sheehan or something.
The
It
hurling
wasn't
lad.
Sean Sheehan anyway.
I think that was
Because I know his actual name, but I don't know if he wants it out there.
No.
That's on there.
No.
We're missing one or two as well, aren't we? We're definitely missing one or two.
Did you mention Mr. Charlie?
Mr. Charlie made his long-awaited return. He must have found his box.
Oh, that's right. Last time I think we saw Mr. Charlie was Unbroken, wasn't it?
Yes.
Where he came out was the
He
referee.
was a special guest referee, yeah.
Exactly. Enar?
Yeah.
Enar the Strange, I think.
Enar or something, yeah. It was something like that, yeah.
He
Yeah.
was
Big guy, really big guy. I'd actually love to see him in a match in Hard Knocks.
His
Rumbles can be a bit tricky to try and show off your talent, but I think I'd love to see him in a proper match.
his engine was one of the coldest thing I've ever seen. It was so
Really good.
cool.
Really, really good.
The whole Icelandic kind of
Yeah.
I think when the
Exceptionally
theme
good.
song first came on, I thought it was Valhalla Calling, and I got really excited, and I was like, this isn't Valhalla Calling. We had
No.
the Sem,
We had
Who
the Sem is right.
kind of made a friend, then didn't make a friend, then kind of made another friend, but also didn't make a friend.
No,
Mm.
no. He made friends with us while he was lying on the side of the ring, all right.
He
a
did, he
little bit.
did.
But
was-
yeah, unfortunately, he didn't make a
Again,
friend.
he doesn't talk all that best, so it was kind of grunts and hers from him as we were having a chat.
Yeah.
Steph did try to warn him that the big Viking dude was not a friend, but Sam's got a good heart. He
Sam's got a
sees the
really
good.
good heart.
He sees the good in absolutely everybody.
Yeah.
We're gonna let you guys again because we're about to give away some surprise spoilers and finish the match.
Who was in number 13?
So if you want to skip on about a minute and a half, go ahead in 3, 2, 1. Steve Savage.
Number 13. Go on, Martin.
I thought that we wouldn't see Steve giving the hardcore match and the severity of it with the beatdown of Sam. Steve obviously let nothing keep him down. So Steve Savage came out, and then Carmo, that wasn't it, was it?
That was not it. Although we were told it was a Lucky 13 Rumble, there was a Joker card. And that Joker card was a guy who we haven't seen in a couple of shows either, in the return of Scotty Davis.
Scotty coming out. We get down to the final 2. Scotty and Steve, absolute belter. And then the lights went out.
Lights went out. Power cutting Dolan's, or so we thought. Well, who showed up in the ring?
No other than the Snake, Sammy D. And he just drove that title to Steve's head. Looked at Steve on the ground, looked back at Scotty, got a little shoulder hug, and hopped out.
Which allowed Scotty to pick up Steve and throw him over that top rope, meaning that Scotty Davis, as the Joker, ended up winning the Lucky 14 Rumble, which means he now has an open title shot anytime, any place, whenever he wants.
Once again, to reiterate, it works pretty much like a Money in the Bank contract.
Yep.
So it'd be interesting when Scotty decides to kind of, throw his chip in there and take a title. So, listen, we know what Scotty Davis is made of, and it'll be interesting to see what opportunity he picks, what title he picks, and where. It could be the next show, celebrations, whatever else is after that. He could decide in the middle of a fucking spar somewhere to pin the champion because he just so happens to see them.
Yeah. Anything at all. Whatever he wants.
So it'd be very, very interesting. We then went to our intermission where Robbie Mack decided to draw my face. Actually, before we get to intermission, we talked about before the show. We've got to talk about during the show with Chris Connolly.
Yeah, yours happened first, so you go.
So Chris got knocked out. No, not knocked out of the Rumble, just knocked out of the ring. He rolled through. And I decided I'm going to be a dickhead to him. And I kept shouting, Chris, ring's there. You're not inside the ring. Go into the fucking ring. Ring is right there. Chris being Chris kind of got up a little bit. Did a whole as if he's fallen down. Fell back onto the 2 lads that were there beside me. Got himself a little opening. Looked back and fucking tapped me in the nuts. And then what did he decide to do, Carmo?
Well, as he was kind of crawling along the outside of the ring, I presume he spotted me and decided to literally fall on top of me, putting his whole body weight on me, and in no uncertain terms, crushing me, which actually surprisingly hurt a lot.
See, I thought he fucking, at the time, I thought he did the same thing to you because all I saw was you fucking like, ah!
No, he just squished up on top of me.
So, yeah, cheers for that, Chris. Very much appreciated the fucking nut tap.
Some fucker.
Fucking dickhead. Carmo, after the intermission, I feel like this is your one to take.
Yeah, the match that I was kind of most looking forward to out of anything. When this match got announced, that sold my ticket no matter what. And I had my ticket at that stage anyway. I bought my ticket as soon as it went on sale, but that sold my ticket for me anyway. No bother. Golden ticket tournament. Galacini, the legitimate Galacini, was putting his golden ticket on the line against Francis fucking Mercer. For me, when you look at Hard Knocks and you look at like the guys that they've brought up, the guys that they've brought in, you look at Galacini, you look at Mercer, two of the big names on that roster. And for them to now go against each other for something that I know that means so much to the both of them, which is a title opportunity. And I know they're scratching and clawing to be the first Hard Knocks boy or the first Hard Knocks man to become a champion in Hard Knocks. For them to go up and have that kind of match with so many things on the line, I know there's still another bit to go for who won the match to get to that level, but for them to have that match in that setting was unbelievable. At their arguably biggest show of the year as well. Incredible, start to finish. I mentioned it on the little thing that we did after the show earlier. I gave out to Richie about like how good this match was, and like I don't even beg you. I'm not even going to tell you to do it. I'm not going to do anything. Just go and watch it. Like, you'll do yourself an injustice if you don't. The crowd was so 50-50.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like I even said it here when we were doing a preview show, I didn't know who to shout for. I was even chatting to both the lads before the show, and I was like, who are you going to shout? And they were saying, who are you going to shout for? And I was like, I really don't know. Who do you think's going to win? I really and truly don't know. Galacini came out. I was pumped. I was singing his song. I was shouting. But for some reason, when Mercer made his entrance, things changed to me. I don't know what it is, but like I'll follow Mercer. Like Mercer's just he's my guy. I can't explain why or anything like that, but like Mercer's just the guy. And these two boys put on an absolute clinic and showed why they're two of the best. I'm going to use the word up and comers. They're still quite early in their careers in this country, and to have the crowd. And that crowd was as loud, was the loudest that it had been during their match. And normally can be tricky when you're coming back after intermission to get a crowd going like that. The two of them did it. But to have that crowd so 50-50 between Mercer and Galacini was unbelievable. Because Galacini and Limerick is so over. Incredibly over. Like, we've been at shows where Galacini's not on and there's been constant Galacini chants. But for Mercer to have that same kind of crowd reaction as well and to have that 50-50 was just incredible for the two boys. Absolutely incredible. Again, if you want to switch off here for the next 2 minutes or whatever it is that it's going to take us to do it, I'll give you a 3, 2, 1. Congratulations to Mercer as well, taking that golden ticket. It could have gone either way, and I wouldn't have been disappointed in either result. But yeah, just an incredible fight. And what I will say as well is Mercer took advantage a little bit for that finish and snuck one up on Galacini to get that pin. So that easily could have been the other way around at any stage. But I don't know. Galacini is only kind of now stepping into singles action. Mercer's been there for a while. Maybe that little bit of an edge kind of got Mercer to the win.
100%. I'm sorry. It's really fucking warm here, so I'm just gonna. Sorry, just give me a second there. Sorry.
That's a nice shirt.
Oh, this one? Oh, thanks, Carmo. Yeah, the Francis Mercer actually gave it to me. Do you know you can buy these?
You can.
Yeah,
Speaking of which, we might need to cut here just in case. We might have a message from Francis Mercer about those shirts.
Oh, really?
That now.
I mean, like, you speak of the devil, he's here. But...
Oh, imagine that. Imagine coming, imagine waking up like Mercer.
Strong style endorsed because Mercer loves the name.
I love the name.
Oh wait, hang on. Someone said they'd give me 50 quid if I did this. Yeah, that was bad.
And we're back. Wow, what a message. Go buy your Francis Mercer shirts. Just in case that didn't happen. That's some shirt. I really like that shirt.
Handcrafted. Hard Knocks.
Handcrafted Hard Knocks. Francis Mercer.
So, there's nothing else to say other than what you said there. That was Hard Knocks. You know, that was just that match was representing what Hard Knocks has been built on, what the lads have been fucking fighting for. You saw, literally, I said this, the heart and the soul of Hard Knocks. The two lads have put in so much fucking effort. And to just like, it was, I know, look, there was points I actually got lost. I started chanting for Gallicini unknowing to me because I was lost in the fucking crowd thing. I was like, wait, that's not Mercer. Let's go, Mercer. I remember fucking Steph even called me out. She's like, you cheering for Gallicini? I'm like, oh fuck, I'm all caught up. I genuinely got caught in the fucking moment. Because like it was the whole let's go Gala, let's go Mercer thing. I was doing the wrong fucking thing. It was loud. If you want to skip again, literally skip 30 seconds. I'll be very quick with this. Mercer said it many times, in many interviews we've done with him. He wants to be that first Hard Knocks champion. The first person to come from the school to win a title. And he is really fucking working for that. He's putting his back against the wall and just taking on any fuck. He's stepped up to Steve. He's beaten Gala, you know. There's no doubt he'll beat fucking Robbie Mack if he has to. Do you know? I was so
happy
for
free if he had to.
He'd do that for fucking free. In fact, stay tuned to the podcast. I might get them to fight just for the fun of it. But yeah, it was a massive fucking win. I hope he goes on to win it all because honestly, I don't think Carmo's heart could contain if he went all the way to win and got that title shot.
Yeah, it'd be special. But look, as we did say earlier, we do have that triple threat. Maybe fatal four-way. We still don't know what the story is with Martin Steers. Apparently he was offered something. We're not quite sure on that yet. We'll have to ask Robbie Mack about that. But yeah, all right, looking forward to that match at the next show. Well, what did you think?
I didn't know how to think about the match when it was announced because I've seen both of the boys from the start when I came to watch it from the last two shows. And I just fell in love with both of them. I think they're just genuine, both brilliant wrestlers. And then when I was watching the fight, it was a tough one to call from the get-go. Like, it was just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I was on sort of entrances here. I was like across the other side of the entrance, filming. And on the left-hand side where the bar was, all you hear was Gallicini. And the right-hand side of me,
Mercer.
all you heard was Let's Go Mercer. And it was just, one side was getting louder, but the other side had to up it and get louder. So it was just back and forth brilliantly. But I said it on the segment that went up. I wanted to end it in a draw, but it couldn't happen. So at the end of the day, the better man did come out on top because he won. If it was announced for the next three shows that Gallicini and Mercer were going at it again for the next three shows, I wouldn't complain because they tore the house down in that match and it was unbelievable. And I wanted again, but Mercer's advancing. As we all probably agree, we want that belt around Mercer's waist. And it can happen.
100%.
Absolutely. And this is when Gallicini's not going to go for a belt as well.
No.
If you listen to the interview I did with both men, you might find out that Gallicini has some other plans. I will say as well, check out those interviews because I even said it in the little kind of thing that we did as well. Like you could see the emotion with the two boys of how much that match meant to them as well. To be able to put that on with the crowd and everything like that. So yeah, really, really special. Really, really good match.
And that brings us now
The
to our
main
main
event of the
event.
evening.
The Snake, Sammy D, defending the Hard Knocks Pro Wrestling World Championship against the Sculpted One, Cian Noonan. No longer the future, aiming to be the now. Wow. Fucking wow. We have praised Noonan so much after every Hard Knocks he's on. Between a year ago with Joey Scott, match with CBL, with Thatcher. I felt he really stepped up. Really fucking stepped up in this match. Like, we've seen Noonan, not no disrespect, but saying it, on kind of a mid-card kind of level in his matches, still put on bangers and bangers. He fucking showed up and showed out in this fucking main event. I've said this with him before, and I said it on a post-show interview with him before. Going to the top, playing with the crowd, I feel like that might have cost him, because I think out of 3 or 4 attempts, 1 hit. So that wear and tear over time probably got the better of him. Throw to you, Carmo.
Sorry, yeah. Yeah, look, we can kind of talk about this one, I presume, slightly freely, because Keane did post it on his Twitter about the result of the match and the unfortunate result of the match. But what I will say is, we talked about this on the preview for the show, where I thought in particular that Keith Noonan's speed and kind of athleticism and like high flying ability might catch Sam off. And it did at the start of the match. Noonan was all over him and he had that upper edge. But Sam is just he's that wise guy. He's been doing it now for a long time. There's a reason why he's been champion all over the country. And he copped on and he was able to get on top of Noonan. And he almost finished Noonan 2 or 3 times, but that fight in Noonan just never, ever, ever gave up.
There was a point after the corkscrew that we thought Noonan had done it.
Yeah. Yeah. Trying that kind of way, and that was just after that. The fact that Noonan was able to put up that fight, get back into the match, get that corkscrew, and almost win that match. And then for the slimy snake to fight his way back, he found a little bit of an opening and he took advantage of it. And that's what the snake does. But, like, having that kind of match on Wonder Noonan's belt and that kind of an experience, working with somebody like Sammy D, as I said, there's a reason why he's been champion all over the country. The first ever OTT Grand Slam champion. You know what I mean? If that was to happen on another day, who knows?
Something different,
Who knows? It could be something extremely different. We could be sitting here talking about how we have a new Hard Knocks World Champion.
I don't know how to word this without being rude. As you said, Keane did put up on his Twitter. I was so looking forward to Keane's hand being raised, but unfortunately it didn't. But that doesn't mean in the future Keane's not going to get his hand raised for that title. As I keep saying, when I was doing the camera work, Keane was in the left-hand corner towards the bar, and when I was recording, he said something into it, which was really cool. I'm not going to ruin it. I'll let the people watch it, and you can find it out when you upload it on the YouTube. There was a certain spots, I'm not saying spots where Sammy D kept targeting him, and it looked absolute brutal. It kept hitting him the same spot and same spot. And I said to Martin after the event, I don't know if Martin remembers, but Keane was getting thrown into the ropes. And whatever way he was landing, he was kind of doing the Ric Flair thing where he lands up on top of the rope, or the Shawn Michaels thing, whatever you want to call it. But whatever way he landed, he fell. And I don't know if anyone's seen it or it was just my mind playing tricks me. It looked like he landed his whole head and it jolted like that. I felt sick seeing that. I don't know how he went on after that, but Keane Noonan is definitely the future of Hard Knocks. Unbelievable talent. And there's not much to say after that, like just the future, the talent.
Absolutely. I did actually see that thing that you're talking about. I saw him land right on the top of his head. Whether his neck jolted or not, I can't tell. But talking to him afterwards, and I know Martin caught a quick interview with him as well, but you can tell he was hurting after that match. He really was. But to have that experience under his belt, and I know Noonan's kind of traveling throughout Europe now as well, doing wrestling. So having that experience under his belt now is just going to push him on and on and on and on and on. And it won't be long before not only will we see Keane Noonan as a champion in Hard Knocks, but a champion in Ireland.
100%. 100%. Now, this next bit is pretty big, and we've already posted up on our Instagram. Somehow, you haven't seen it. I'm giving the lads, well, Carmo mostly, at max 4 minutes to talk about this. So if you skip on right now to 1 hour, 4 minutes, you're safe. Carmo, because this is you were the one that went mad. What's coming up and what is the main event?
So after Sammy and Keane Noonan, Sammy wasn't very happy, so he decided to take out a few chairs, and it looked like he was going to do some real damage to Keane Noonan, especially around the neck head area, until Steve Savage came out. And Steve Savage kind of cleared off Sammy D, and he got the mic, and he was talking about, look, he was like, you have my number, but he was like, I can't get to you. I can't have that match. I need to make my way to that match. I need to earn that match. But I know somebody who can get to and can have that match. Until the graphic showed on the screen, and all I saw was the no shirt. It was later announced that on September 1st at Hard Knocks Undeniable, we're going to have a match for the undisputed Hard Knocks World Championship. In a ladder match, it's going to be Sammy D against the returning LJ Cleary. 2 Hard Knock champs. We've seen it before, but this time in a ladder match. Winner takes all. And when I tell you, if you haven't seen that video now, you'd hear me roar.
Mainly, like, once that Noah thing came up, that was it for Carmo. Look, one stage, we had 3. We saw Sam beat Terry. That dropped us to 2 champs. This is it. Hard Knocks Undeniable.
Undeniable, yeah.
Sammy versus LJ. One more time. Undisputed Hard Knocks World Championship. I cannot wait to see LJ back in Hard Knocks. We haven't seen him since Hard Luck last year. So, to come back, it's his first title defense. It's his first match back. And it's the first ever Hard Knocks ladder match.
2 champions walk in. 1 champion walks out undisputed. One thing's for sure, they will be undeniable.
I don't know how to word this quickly. Seeing Steve come out, saving Keane after Keane went through such a good match and lying there. Sam ran away. Steve grabbed the mic, said what he needed to say. Basically, I can't get my hands on you yet. I have to earn my chance, basically. All I hear Carmo talk about is LJ Cleary, how good he is, what a talent he is, how much he deserves to be in now, how much he deserves to be where he is at the moment. So he earned his shot. Got me really interested in LJ. So I went back and watched YouTube, watched everything that I could about LJ, and I'm a fan.
You got 15 seconds.
Seeing that Noah thing popping up, I didn't even look at what LJ was saying. Looked at Carmo. It made me believe that this is going to be the best thing in the world because his reaction was pure.
Love it.
Perfect.
Yeah, love it.
And we're bang on. So, Carmo, without spoiling what the main event, other than the champion and the match type, what's coming up next for Hard Knocks?
September 1st. Dolan's Warehouse, I believe, anyway. I don't know if that was specified. I believe Dolan's Warehouse. Limerick City. We have Sammy D defending his Hard Knocks World Championship for the first time ever in a ladder match against opponent unknown. If you want to find out, go back and listen to the last 4 or 5 minutes. You'll find out all about it.
And if you're waiting, just you wait. That VOD, that replay will hopefully drop very, very soon on the Hard Knocks YouTube channel. And that's the show.
That's the show.
But the fun didn't stop there, because obviously, as always, we have our interviews coming soon for all your faces.
Nine or 10 interviews, I think we got in total.
9 or 10, yeah. By now, one would have dropped. One drops tomorrow. I haven't exactly decided which one yet. I will say I nearly kind of required a doctor at the end of one of them.
Yeah.
Cheers for, not fucking helping me, you fucking dope.
Hey, look, I'm professional. I gotta stay on track.
Yeah, right, yeah.
I will say this as well as a cool little thing. We did get someone in that interview that has never been seen on a FiveMarks screen.
I actually wanted to bring this up, and we won't spoil it because it spoils kind of a win. We've asked this man many, many times.
We've asked him a couple of times anyway, yeah.
And he's like, look, he doesn't do them.
When did he fucking die there or something?
My cat jumped at me. Oh my
god. We've asked him a few times, and look, he just doesn't do them. But I think the vibes were just there that night. Of everyone was just, it was, as we said, good show, good crowd. That we were like, go on. He just goes, yeah, fuck it, go on. So another one.
Very short and sweet. But first time ever.
So do look forward to all those interviews. They'll
be out soon as well. I'm going again to put them out soon. Not in the next fucking 4 months between now and the next show. They're all going to be out soon.
Well, I mean, it's one a week, so.
No. Fuck your 1 a week. 2 a week. 3 a week. I don't care.
Okay, fine. 2 a week.
3 a week. We have a deal.
2 a week.
And you give us 3 weeks of content.
We need to space it out more. We need more content for the YouTube, okay? 2 a week. How about that? Tomorrow.
Enough content on the YouTube. We have podcasts every week.
Yeah, but we need more, Carmo. More! I want more content, Carmo. We need more subscribers. You're the one.
Yeah, we do. That's why Will's here. Will's supposed to be doing all that stuff.
To be fair, we should just make Will the fucking advertiser at this point. So one will be out. Well, to be fair, by the way I'm going, one will be out every Wednesday, and the other one I'll just drop every Sunday. I was supposed to be the FiveMarks day off, but Carmo's just gone. No, fuck that. You do what I say.
Hey, look, you can schedule that to go up anytime you want.
I can schedule it, yeah, that's true. And as always as well, you can check it out on the Instagrams. If I drop on the Instagrams, sometimes Instagram can be very, very iffy. I'm actually worried about tomorrow's one because I'm in work. So it might drop on YouTube first, Instagram later on. I'm trying to think, what was the after story? Was it the slap or did he do more to me?
The slap, yeah, that was the slap.
So, as you've all already seen, if you haven't, go check out our post-show thoughts. Someone, not naming who, the relations and stuff like that, not my relations, said to Mr. Connolly, I'll give you 50 quid if you go up and slap that lad. Or something happened on those terms. So when Chris came over to plug this beautiful t-shirt, look at that, Carmo.
Beautiful. Look at this one as well. Limited edition. They're now gone. If you weren't at that show and you didn't buy this t-shirt.
Well, you sit
the best one ever.
Sit the fuck down. Sit the fuck down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we don't plug that fucking t-shirt. When he came over to plug the t-shirts, he goes, oh, and someone bet me that I wouldn't 50 quid that I could slap you. He slapped me once, but it was completely shit. It was more kind of it was more, I don't know. He did get the push, but like there was nothing there. And he's like, that was shit. So he slapped me again. So got royally bullied by Chris Connolly at Hard Luck Vol.2. I don't think there's any more fun stories to kind of tell. The rest you can kind of check out as the interviews come out. As I said, you can kind of see why I didn't really do anything on the Monday when one interview comes out. But yeah, I think that's kind of it. Carmo, look, you've preached it to the fucking dogs come home about Hard Luck 1. Did Hard Luck 2 do you justice?
Yes. And I think one of the reasons is that it was unexpected, which is a weird kind of phrase to use. And I use that more so in. I said this in the interview we did, and I'm nearly certain I said this about the show last year, is that the crowd were just on fire. The place was packed out. And that adds so much to a show. So much. It upped the level of the wrestling for me, and I think it upped the wrestling of the wrestling,
The wrestling of the level.
wrestlers. English, not my forte. So I think that just made it an all-around better show. I personally think Hard Knocks Volume 1 just had that something that was missing on Hard Knocks Volume 2. Don't know what it was. And if I sat down and watched it all simultaneously, I still couldn't tell you what it was. But an absolute solid show. And if you missed out on it, you better be at Hard Knocks Volume 3 or Hard Luck Volume 3.
Or even
Hard Knocks Undeniable. September 1st, Dolan's Warehouse. Sammy D defends his Hard Knocks World Championship in a ladder match for the first time ever against Unknown.
it's gonna be a good match. So I pick up something there.
Make sure you buy our merch.
Not brand new merch. Still limited t-shirts available of the FiveMarks t-shirt. A brand new thing going on somehow. If for every t-shirt that is purchased, which are on sale for €15 at the moment, no longer 25. Chris Connolly will slap me for every t-shirt sold. So
Please buy. Please buy.
Every slap will be recorded and put either on the Instagram or probably put on a FiveMarks episode as well. So do go buy those lovely FiveMarks shirts at FiveMarksShop.BigCartel.com. Again, FiveMarksShop.BigCartel.com. Pick up some stickers as well because they're cool stickers.
And as a limited offer, as this episode comes out on 6 p.m. on a Saturday, for the next 24 hours till, we'll say, 12 o'clock Monday afternoon, if you type in promo code chocolate, you now get 50% off all merch.
I don't know how to do promo codes.
Yeah, we'll just send them back.
Yeah, you know what we'll do? It's just if you buy something within the next 24 hours, don't do no promo code. What is it? You get 50% off.
50% off. $7.50 a shirt.
I might just put it on sale for fucking 24 hours. Go on. $7.50 a shirt, 24 hours. Go for it.
Promo code chocolate. It won't work, but promo code.
Yeah, promo code chocolate won't work. But this is the Carmo chocolate 24/7 FiveMarks.Big Cartel sale.
Yeah,
that where Chris Connolly will also slap me. So
exactly.
if you want a shirt, look,
2 for 1 deal here.
Fuck it,
2 for
$7.50 for a FiveMarks shirt plus shipping as well. So that's important. Plus shipping.
Yeah.
Terms and conditions and all that.
Please see FiveMarks.com for more details. That doesn't exist. It's not us. But lads, great fucking show. I loved chatting about it and all that fun shit. Again, buy some Hard Knocks merch. Buy some FiveMarks merch. And yeah, Carmo, your final thoughts. Be fair, Will, final thoughts before I pass it to Carmo.
I'm going to say the Hard Luck Volume 2 is my favourite one so far. I wish I got to see Volume 1, but I wasn't around in Limerick. But I have to say this was just chef kisses. Unbelievable.
Carmo, this is your moment. This is your fun. You were ending off the episode.
I was ending the episode. But no, an incredibly good show. An incredibly good show from start to finish. We saw matches that we've never seen before. We saw matches that we wanted to see for a long time. People stepped up. People showed out. They showed how good they are. They showed how good the promotion is. Go check it out when it comes up on YouTube. I know there was rumors of it possibly coming out this weekend as the episode has gone live. It might have. If it has, cancel all your plans. Sit down and watch a bit of Hard Knocks.
Yeah, don't buy a FiveMarks t-shirt. Go watch that. Yeah, I don't want to be slapped. Go watch that.
Well, no, put it on your TV and on your phone. Go order a FiveMarks shirt and a Francis Mercer shirt and maybe not Robbie Mack.
No,
just
fuck off, Will.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
But yeah, an unbelievable show. If we were to give it out of 10, like we normally do, I imagine I gave Volume 1 a 10 out of 10. If I didn't, I'm ashamed of myself. I would go a solid 9 out of 10.
Joe, we actually need to do that one day. Sit down. We'll probably do this next time we're in the Hard Luck School. Sit down and actually go through every show and give every show a ranking and thought.
I'd imagine we've done it, but maybe not.
Yeah, but
maybe
we'll do it again. For me, I think an 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah, solid rating.
Will?
As I said, it's my third show, and it's going to be my favourite show until I see many more. I'm going to give it a solid 10 out of 10. Unbelievable.
Fair.
Unbelievable.
Perfectly fair. Carmo.
Yeah.
Send us on.
Yeah, shout out all your socials there and stuff. I know you like doing that.
Mine is Squid Productions _ You can get me on Instagram, and it'll be in the description. And that's the only social I have for my Squid Productions, yeah.
As always, you can follow ours, FiveMarks Pod, on X and TikTok. TikTok. FiveMarks Podcast everywhere else. You can hit up at Francis Mercer, is it?
I think it's something like that, yeah. I was actually going to shout out.
Quick.
Give me 2 seconds.
Well, shout out. I know you're going to shouting out where they can buy all these lovely t-shirts, possibly.
Francis _ Mercer PW.
If you want this beautiful, or you can get it in. Is it red and black?
Red and black, and I think he has a couple of the white and blue left.
White and blue, limited run. I had to buy it. White and blue, my favorite fucking combo for a shirt. And where else could they find some of these t-shirts?
Message Gallicini for this.
Absolutely. Hard Knocks Pro Wrestling 1, I think it's under Hard Knocks Pro Wrestling. I'll look for that there in a second. Before I do, all links will be down below in the description as well. Hopefully,
Yeah, will.
But before I do it, I might as well shout him out because he did take some great pictures at the last show. Richie _ Wells _ photography. Go give him a follow. He's a really, really good lad, but he can stay
Big
away
up,
from
Richie.
chocolate.
Was this to make up for bullying him with the chocolate?
I wasn't bullying him. I was just protecting my chocolate. There's a difference. He can still stay away from my chocolate, but I will show him his Instagram.
And one more time, what type of chocolate?
Gangland
chocolate, which was really cheap. By the way, just if he ever has it again, it's what, 2 for $5 or 4 for $10?
2 for $5 or 4 for $10. I'd imagine he'd probably do 2 for cheaper. I offered 4 for $10, so I think he kind of accepted.
It's good chocolate. Like I'm not messing
chocolate.
with you. It's really good chocolate.
The white chocolate in particular, it's fantastic.
So
incredible. And nearly out, actually. I might message him up to try to get a delivery.
Buy in bulk. Maybe offer a bar to Richie.
Yeah, a square maybe, not a bar. Like, Jesus. Times are tough, like, you know. Look, we've been the FiveMarks Pro Wrestling Podcast. When the Hard Knock show does come up on YouTube, go check it out. You will find it on the Hard Knock socials, and you'll probably find it on our socials as well. But for another week, we have been the FiveMarks Pro Wrestling Podcast, and we are officially ding, ding, ding.